Pictures of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is in Trivandrum, attending the program at VSSC to review the Gaganyaan mission. These are live pictures of the Prime Minister, who is also set to inaugurate 3 important space infrastructure projects worth about 1,800 crores and review the progress of the Gaganyaan, India's human spaceflight mission. The 3 projects include PSLV integration facility at Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota, semi-cryogenics integrated engine and stage test facility at ISRO Propulsion Complex in Mahendragiri and Trisonic Wind Tunnel at the VSSC. This is the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, the VSSC, where the Prime Minister is right now. In fact, a series of work that is expected to be completed in terms of the review work that is being done. The Prime Minister in Thiruvananthapuram attending the program at the VSSC to review the Gaganyaan mission. This is the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, also inaugurating 3 important space infrastructure projects worth about 1,800 crore, beg your pardon, on Tuesday, and review the progress of Gaganyaan, India's human spaceflight mission.
इनमें सैटेलाइट्स को स्थापित करके प्रक्षेपित किया जाता है, उसकी कैपेसिटी कैसे बढ़ाई जाए, उसकी
The Prime Minister is reviewing the progress of Gaganyaan, also expected to reveal the names of pilots for the Gaganyaan. Today itself inaugurates space projects worth 1,800 crores in Kerala. He is expected to disclose the names of 4 test pilots for India's maiden human spaceflight mission, Gaganyaan, during his visit to the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, where he is inspecting the preparations for the ambitious space mission. These are pictures coming in live from the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center right now. The 4 pilots whose names will be disclosed by the Prime Minister today in all likelihood have undergone a year-long training course in Russia. Akshata is getting us more details on that story. A big day as far as the Gaganyaan mission is concerned. Akshata, the Prime Minister is reviewing the work that has been done so far.
Very true, Sneha. But the big breaking news that's expected today with the Prime Minister there in Thiruvananthapuram at the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center is that he is in all likelihood going to be naming the 4 Indians who will be a part of the Gaganyaan mission, who will be heading to space for the very first time from India. Those names are expected to be released by the Prime Minister today, soon after he reviews the Gaganyaan mission. We've seen, of course, several tests that have also been taking place, including the successful launch of the engine that will be a part of the Gaganyaan mission. So it's very, very exciting news that's expected as a part of, in fact, the Prime Minister's visit. Besides that, you were also highlighting that the Prime Minister is going to be inaugurating projects worth 1,800 crores. These are also very, very important because these projects are all about ensuring that we're completely self-reliant as far as the space sector goes. So you can expect a PSLV integration facility, which has been in the works for the last many, many months. In fact, operational also largely since July. Then you have also the semi-cryogenic engine facility, which is a big deal because India then joins a league of just about 6 countries who have their own cryogenics center, their own cryogenic engine. And that helps a great deal in our launches. And then there's the Trisonic Wind Tunnel as well. Again, state-of-the-art technology, about 160 meters in length. This particular tunnel is also going to make you self-reliant as far as the aerospace sector is concerned. It's a huge amount of technology that's been going into this Trisonic Wind Tunnel. I remember the news coming in from 2003. That's when, they started the work on it. Since then to now, finally, the Trisonic Wind Tunnel has been completed. So these are the 3 projects that the Prime Minister is going to be kicking off today. But amazing visuals that you're seeing right now of the ISRO chief, Dr. Somnath, briefing the Prime Minister on what the Gaganyaan mission looks like. Many of these pictures I know will look familiar to our viewers because the last time around, this was in October, when you saw the test actually taking place, you saw these moments of the parachute coming off of that particular module, falling into the sea and then being recovered by the Indian Navy. And those are the pictures that you see on your screens right now. But like I said, Sneha, there's a lot of speculation that the Prime Minister today is going to be announcing the 4 Indians. There are some names doing the rounds already on social media, of course, but we'll await the official communication from the Prime Minister on who these personnel are. They've been being trained for the last many months, but their names have been kept top secret for security reasons. But they've been working very closely with the Navy, with the Air Force, and with the ISRO to ensure that they're adequately trained for the moment when Gaganyaan is ready for liftoff. When will that be? It's in all likelihood going to be at the end of this year or early next year. There are a lot more tests that will be taking place in the next few weeks to come, but the Prime Minister over the next 2 days is going to be focusing a lot on the space sector. He's spoken repeatedly, of course, about his vision for India becoming a space superpower. Today at the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, he's focusing on Gaganyaan, putting that investment also to ensure that we're more self-reliant, whether it's aerospace, whether it's, in the PSLV integration facility that is of bringing together, of course, your launch vehicles and in several other aspects. But post this also, it's expected that when he goes to Tamil Nadu, he is going to be laying the foundation stone for a brand new facility. This is going to be in Kulasekarapatnam, which is just off Tuticorin, Sneha. So that's also a very important update that's expected as far as India's space journey is concerned. That's going to happen in all likelihood tomorrow. What will this setup be? What's it about? Well, you have, of course, Sriharikota that all of us are so familiar with. That's where all of your launches take place. But now ISRO will have 2 facilities available once the Kulasekarapatnam facility is up and running. The foundation stone is being laid by the Prime Minister. Later on, when it's completely functional, you'll see the big bang launches taking place in Sriharikota. The smaller rocket launches will take place from Kulasekarapatnam, a town that was known, interestingly, for its Lord Murugan temple right up until now, but very soon is going to be once again turning into a space hub for India, Sneha.
Absolutely. Also, the big focus really is going to be on the kind of announcements that the Prime Minister is going to be making in terms of the investments in the infrastructure as far as India's space missions are concerned. 1,800 crore rupees is the figure that we're looking at, says the Prime Minister's office. Akshata.
That's right, Sneha. Those were the 3 projects that I was telling you about. These are 3 projects that have been in the works for the last many years, not months, because for ISRO and for any space tech, really, it takes years of work to bring about one big update. So we're looking at a semi-cryogenic engine that will be, in fact, launched by the Prime Minister. Like I said, that brings us into a very elite league of just about 6 countries who have their own semi-cryogenic engines. So that's a huge deal, and it's been in the works for the last many years. It's something ISRO is extremely excited about because it changes the face of how your rocket launches and the kind of engine power needed, how that completely changes. The trisonic wind tunnel that I told you about, that's a big deal in ensuring that we're self-reliant in the aerospace sector. So, this wind tunnel brings in a lot of aerodynamics. It looks at pressures, it looks at forces, all of that to ensure that a 160-meter long trisonic wind tunnel is ready, which ISRO Chief Somnath also inspected just a few months ago. Then, of course, you have the PSLV integration facility. There have been multiple tests being done for this, including in Mahendragiri, which is in Tamil Nadu. And now everything being brought together in Thiruvananthapuram for the Prime Minister to officially give the green signal for. The PSLV integration facility is again a huge deal because it means that your stage 1, stage 2 rockets, which have been integrated or assembled in different parts so far, will all be brought together and integrated at this particular facility. So the Prime Minister is going to be launching off all of these projects. And what they essentially do, Sneha, is ensure that your projects, your space projects that we've invested so deeply in, and rightly so, are completely self-reliant. That with every single small tech that goes into any of your launches or your missions, we are that much more self-sufficient. Each of these go a very long way in that. This has been something of a pet project for the Prime Minister. For the last many years, he's made it very clear that this is a passion project for him, that India is completely self-reliant, that we become a space superpower. Of course, with what happened in Chandrayaan last year, with the Aditya L1 mission, and now with Gaganyaan, we're most definitely headed in the right direction. But it's all about ensuring that that focus remains, which is why the Prime Minister's visit, whether it's today, now to the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, or tomorrow to Kulasekarapatnam, where he'll be laying the foundation stone for another ISRO base, these are extremely crucial in ensuring we head in the right direction. 1,800 crores for these 3 projects that will change changed the face of how rocket launches, of how space missions are planned by ISRO. And these pictures also speak volumes of how much the Prime Minister is really focusing on personally tracking all the updates that come in on the Gaganyaan mission. Don't be surprised if from a few months from now, Sneha, when the Gaganyaan mission is all set for takeoff, the Prime Minister will be there at Sriharikota to watch the takeoff, to watch the liftoff as well, because he's been very, very passionate about this project. Every chance he gets,
Talk
he
about the
speaks in great
timeline of
length.
that also, Akshata, in a moment from now with you. Shibi Mole is also getting us more details. Shibi, the big highlight of today's visit really is that the suspense over the Gaganyaan astronauts will possibly be ending today, isn't it? Those names to be revealed by Prime Minister Modi today.
Absolutely, Sneha. In fact, it is expected that he might announce the selected astronauts for the mission. In fact, it's like Akshita was explaining, it's a dream mission, and he will be reviewing the progress of the mission, and after that also dedicating around 1,800 crore worth space infrastructure projects at the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center here in Thiruvananthapuram. Now, after that, of course, he has one more program here where he will be addressing a political program of the BJP, the NDA's, Padayatra that was taken out by the BJP state president. It's the closing ceremony of the event where, I'm outside the central stadium actually, where he will be addressing a gathering of BJP workers, as part of the election campaigns. Remember, this is the third visit in Prime Minister less than 3 months to Kerala, which also has energized the cadres here, and also very, as far as the BJP leadership here in the state is also concerned, it's a very important visit for them. They feel that Prime Minister's frequent visit to the state will strengthen them as they're going into the elections. But yes, as far as the state is concerned, the state BJP is also concerned, this visit is something that they're really looking forward to.
All right, I'm just going to come back to you and to Akshita for more details on that story as we keep a very close eye on all those developments. The Prime Minister's pictures right now on your screen from the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, and the suspense over who will be a part of the Gaganyaan mission. That too is going to be ending today. All right, getting you details as far as the Prime Minister's visit to Thiruvananthapuram is concerned. Right now, these are pictures coming in of the Prime Minister at the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. He is reviewing the Gaganyaan mission today, inaugurating 3 important space infrastructure projects worth 1,800 crores, reviewing the progress of Gaganyaan, India's human spaceflight mission. The 3 projects include PSLV integration facility at Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota, semi-cryogenics integrated engine and stage test facility at ISRO Propulsion Complex in Mahendragiri, and trisonic wind tunnel at the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center again. But the biggest highlight of this is that the Prime Minister is going to be revealing the names of the pilots, the chosen ones at the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center for the Gaganyaan mission. Those names to be revealed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Akshita continues to be with us. Akshita, first, the biggest highlight of that visit today is the Prime Minister announcing the names and ending the suspense over the Gaganyaan astronauts.
That's right, Sneha. We're expecting in about 15 to 20 minutes from now, we'll get clarity on that. But you see images now of the Prime Minister interacting with the Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, the Kerala Governor, Mr. Arif Mohammed Khan. Considering this is an official visit, all of them are present there at the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center in Thiruvananthapuram. Also getting a briefing along with the Prime Minister on the progress made on the Gaganyaan mission. And you're right. Right now, excitement at its peak, because the Prime Minister will be putting an end to all of the suspense that's been going on for over a year now on exactly who those 4 lucky Indians are who will be making their way to space for the first time on an Indian mission as part of ISRO's Gaganyaan mission. There is also, of course, the robot that will be making its way to space on board the Gaganyaan mission. And we had those images earlier also of the Prime Minister seen there, seeing all the progress as far as a female robot is concerned. But as far as the 4 Indians go, they're currently already undergoing training in a facility that's been set up in Bengaluru. This is on Old Airport Road, very, very close to the HAL airport. And this setup has only been done for astronaut training. So they're undergoing already physical fitness tests. They are undergoing training for gravitational, micro-gravitational training, as it's called. They're also being taught yoga so they can keep themselves mentally and physically fit during the entire course of that particular journey. journey. So the training is still underway. But so far, ISRO has kept under wraps exactly who these Indians are. The only glimpse we got was a few months back where there was a video put up of them on the treadmill, but they didn't show their faces, so we still don't have answers. But in a few moments from now, we're expecting the Prime Minister to officially give us those 4 names, Sneha.
All right. Akshita, I'm going to thank you for the moment. However, that continues to be a top focus story right here, getting in details of the Prime Minister's visit.